Banned books from the 20th century. Number 1. Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. This 1961 satirical novel features the World War II bomber trying to maintain his sanity whilst he wants to be relieved of duty and finally return home. The text was banned in 1972 by a school in Strongsville, Ohio, as they refused for it to be taught in their high school English classrooms. The school boards argued that the ban came due to the text's indecent language. However, in 1976, a district court overturned the ban. Number 2. Ulysses by James Joyce. This publication was first serialized in the quarterly magazine The Little Review. It was not until 1922 when it was published as a whole. This 265,000-word-long novel chronicles the events of Leopold Bloom in Dublin. In 1920, a group took legal action as they declared the publication was obscene due to its strong sexual themes. It's not difficult to see why, since it included scenes of masturbation and other imagery, causing it to be banned in 1921. However, in December the 6th in 1933, the book was deemed as not pornographic, therefore could not be obscene, so the ban was overturned. Number 3. The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. The short novel explores 3 days in the life of Holden Caulfield, a troubled 16-year-old boy. He has now become an icon of teenage rebellion as the novel deals with the complex issues of identity, belonging, and loss. In 1960, the school administration at a high school in Tulsa, Oklahoma, fired an English teacher for assigning the book to an 11th grade class. The teacher later won the appeal, but the book remained off the required reading lists. Libraries also banned it for violating codes on excessive vulgar language, sexual scenes, and concerning moral issues. Number 4. Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Censors aren't without a sense of irony. Ray Bradbury's dystopian novel about a world in which books are illegal was banned from the required reading lists. Banning a book about books being banned is pretty much the opposite one would expect the result of the book to be. The book follows Guy Montag, a fireman whose enjoyment of life revolves around the simple pleasure of destroying and burning books as he does it for a living. Since it was first published in 1953, Fahrenheit 451 has garnered a certain reputation from being censored. For example, a special edition was released in the 60s which eliminated curse words and sexual references in hopes of sanitizing the novel. Number 5. The Great Gatsby by Scott F. Fitzgerald. The Great Gatsby is a novel portraying the upper American society during the Roaring '20s, and it's a classic tale of rag to riches narrated by Gatsby's neighbor, Nick Carraway. Parent groups have battled the listing of this book because of its bad language and sexual references. According to the American Library Association, The Great Gatsby was challenged at the Baptist College in Charleston, South Carolina because of language and sexual references in the book. Number 6. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. The immediately successful and Pulitzer Prize-winning novel revolves around the imaginary district of Macomb County. The novel touches the issues of rape and racial equality in proper standards even for today. Inspirational as it sounds, it didn't seem to be appropriate for everyone since it was banned by one school in Minnesota for inappropriate language occurring when the young female protagonist Scout is found swearing. It has also been challenged because of its use of the N-word and the words damn and whore lady. Number 7. Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. Slaughterhouse-Five is a satirical novel of the journeys and experiences of a shell-shocked World War II veteran who becomes unstruck in time for unexplained reasons. There, he meets the Trefmalidorians, who are beings who see in 4 dimensions, the fourth being time. The novel has been banned from Oakland County, Michigan public schools in 1972. It was accused of being depraved, immoral, psychotic, vulgar, and anti-Christian, and it didn't end there. In 1973, a school board in North Dakota emulated 32 copies of the book in the high school coal burner.